Well, speaking of talk shows, you did get one. So how was that experience, Gabrielle?
That was intense. You know, first of all, I started with a series of specials called Face the Hate. That was really great. That came up after the Rodney King riots, and they wanted me to. I'd been approached about doing a talk show, and I wasn't ready, but I said I'd do a series of specials, and they said, "Great, what would you do it on?" And I said I would do it about hateism, that thing, that intolerance we have for anybody who's not like us. At first, nobody wanted to do that because they said, you know, people don't want to see that. They want to see like Jerry Springer or whatever. And I said, no, people don't put them to the lowest denominator. They want to have those conversations. Anyway, so I did that. And then doing the show, the talk show was great, but it was a different audience. Daytime audience is different. So there was a lot of death threats because I'm Jewish. And that was challenging stuff for me. Like they had to have metal detectors and, you know, I had to have security with me all the time. So I think emotionally it was a little bit challenging for me to go through that. It was traumatic because I had children.
And you got death threats just because what, you were a Jew have with your own talk show? And
Yeah.
I guess that didn't exist. I'm trying to think of all the other talk shows at that time. Wow.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it was the things that, you know, people said, you know, look out, we're going to go, you know, when you're in the audience, be careful. I'm going to jump out and stab you. And we had to go and put in metal detectors, bulletproof glass in my office. I mean, it was stuff that was just, and I think this goes on it's just a different audience. It's whatever is going on there. And a lot of people have these stories and people don't really, it's okay for them, but I'm really not that, I'm really pretty private. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind sharing stuff, but that was a little bit too much for me with my kids. Like they could never be in public with me. They had to go through, they had different exit points and entrance points. I didn't bring them to certain things. I didn't want the pictures taken. I was very anxious around how aggressive people could be.